Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, as we're converting this little Vauxhall Vivaro into a lovely little camper van conversion, we're going to be building out a sofa bed for the interior of the van. Now I've been umming and ahhing about what sort of layout to put in the van, whether to go for the rock and roll bed with a side cupboard or a full width bed at the rear, or the old tried and tested route that I've built numerous times, and that's a single bed going down the driver's side that extends out into a double with a kitchen pod down the passenger side. And that's the route I'm going to go down with again, just because I think it's the most efficient use of space in these types of vans. And personally, I'm normally camping either solo or with a partner, so I'm never really carrying passengers myself, so I don't need seat belted rock and roll beds or anything like that. And I always build these vans for myself, and then once they're done and I do sell them, if people want to buy them, they're buying it off what I've built for myself rather than building for anybody else. So to get the bed itself built, I've been out and I bought some CLS timbers. This is going to be the main frame of the bed itself. And to skin the bed up, and for the surface that you're going to be sitting on and sleeping on, I've got some 9mm ply. This will get cut down to shape as well, and that will form both the top section and the pull-out section for the bed, and possibly the flip-out cupboard area as well. As I have gone down and built this type of thing before in a number of previous conversions. So the bed's going to be coming down here, and then once the bed's done, we'll have a cupboard at the end, and we're going to have a kitchen pod going down the passenger side as well. Should all look nice and neat, and as I say, I have done similar sort of builds in previous vans, so if you haven't if you want to have a look and see some of the previous builds, feel free to have a look at some of the previous conversions on the channel. So let's get cracked on, let's start getting this bed frame knocked up, and hopefully by the end of this 10 to 15 minute video we should have a fully functioning bed that will just be waiting for the mattress to be applied to it, because I haven't ordered the mattress and things like that yet. But let's go and get some safety gear out, some tools out, let's get cracked on and get some measurements taken, get some of these CLS timbers cut down, get the plywood cut down, and as I say, hopefully soon and shortly we should have a fully functional, fully built out bed. So let's get cracked on. Right, so there's the basic timber frame of the bed, all put together and fully secured to the floor of the van as well. And if I start giving this a shake, it actually starts shaking the van rather than the actual frame itself, so that's definitely not going anywhere at all, especially by the time I've secured it even more. But the basic frame complete, so now we can start cutting down the plywood and some of the fascias for the front as well, and we'll get those on and see what that looks like as well. Right guys, so there we go, that's the sofa bed now fully completed. I've done some upholstery off camera. I didn't bother filming this because at the end of the day it's just cutting down the mattress and then me sat at the sewing machine for a couple of hours, and I figured it's not the most riveting of content to be watching. I would probably skip through that, so I figured I might as well try and save some audience retention and skip that out. But as you can see, both of the cushions are now fully upholstered. I went out and bought a 4-inch memory foam mattress. I've cut it to the width of the main sofa bed seating area section, and the offcut is pretty much the perfect width to cover in where the extension comes down when the bed's fully extended, if it was going to be extended out as well. The material I've used is like a suede type beige coloured fabric, so as you can see when I'm putting, like, just swimming my hand across it there, you can see all the way the different fabric lines out, similar, very similar to a suede type material. I don't think it is suede just because of the price I paid for it. It was around about £8 a metre, something like that, but it looks really nice. It feels really nice to the touch. It's nice and soft, and I say with that little bit of suede effect as well, if you wanted to, you could even play noughts and crosses type thing, and then it just swipes straight off as well. But I say I'm really happy and pleased with how this has come out. I've done both of the cushion covers fully removable as well, so as you can see on the underside there, they have full length zips going all the way along, so if there was any ever accidents, any spillages, anything like that, or even if you just wanted to freshen up the cushion covers, both of them just fully unzip, and then they can be fully washed if they wanted to be, and then you just put the mattresses back in, zip it back up, and away you go. Now with it just being a 2-piece sofa set as well, it's very easy to make the bed up and down. I'll put the camera down and I'll put the bed up in a minute, but it is literally just a case of flipping that underboard over, and then where I've got the kitchen pod here, there's a couple of bars that are mounted to the actual frame of the kitchen pod, and that's where the extension of the bed sits on. So there's a little bar down there, there's a further longer bar down here, and then just to support the front section area, obviously because there's no bar in this section, I've got a nice big chunky table leg there, and that will actually do for the extension as well. As you can see, the storage area for underneath the bed does give plenty of storage options as well, and you can access that via both the flip downs, but also the full board does flip up as well if you've got any bigger or bulkier items as well. Obviously I do have the heater under there as well, and that's just that tucked nicely out the way. So I'll put the camera down and just show you how quick and easy it is just to make the bed up into the extended double bed section. Right, so there we go. As you can see, there's the bed in the extended form factor of it, and that extends the bed to just around about 1 metre wide, just a little bit wider I think. And as I say, this is over 6 feet long as well. I do build these beds to accommodate myself, and with myself being nearly 6'3" tall, I always make sure that all of these beds are at least capable of sleeping myself, and if they can sleep myself, they should be able to sleep pretty much anybody. And as you can see, the extension sits on these bars on the kitchen area, so that they're not going to go anywhere at all. And if I just sit on the extension rather than the frame itself, bounce up and down, you can see again it's fully secure, fully solid. It's not going to be going anywhere, but this would only be weight bearing during the night time, because obviously during the daytime it will be put back into the sofa bed position, just for more living room area as well. You can see at the front section, nice big chunky table leg there as well, just to make sure that this top corner can't go anywhere. But again, I can just sit in this corner as well, and again it's not going anywhere, it's nice and secure and solid as well. Now a very quick reversal, you just move the cushions back up into place and flip the extension back, and then it's back straight into the sofa bed section. And it's just that quick and easy, literally seconds to put it up or take it back down from the sofa bed into a bed and back again. Tuck the leg away, and then that can't go anywhere as well. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can flip the front section up as well, just for easier access into some of the storage. So you've either got flip up access, or you can flip the front panels down as well, and that goes on both sides. and the amount of storage that's underneath the bed as well, combined with the rest of the storage that's in this van. I don't think anybody's ever going to run out of storage, put it that way. So there we go guys, that's how I've made the full sofa bed in this little Vauxhall Vivaro campervan conversion, and that's pretty much one of the last jobs that needed doing in this conversion. One of the remaining couple of things are just little tidy up jobs like fitting a USB charging point, a little drop out vent hole for where I've got the gas bottle, daft little things like that, but main job wise the conversion's now pretty much all complete. So let me know what you think of the sofa bed build in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button as well. There's always going to be future projects coming as we're drawing towards the end of this Vauxhall Vivaro campervan conversion. Still going to be a couple of little roundup videos to come on this, but as I say, conversion wise, job wise, that's pretty much all of the big jobs all ticked off, all done, everything's built, constructed, and it's just a couple of small little tidy up jobs that I've got left to do that I'll probably do off camera and maybe include in a little roundup video. But as I say, sofa bed wise for this video, that's that all fully done, fully completed. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you like this type of sofa bed, whether you prefer the rock and roll type beds instead, or something completely different as well, maybe the U-shaped at the rear of the van, those type of sofa bed builds as well. Let me know what you think. Consider giving the video a good old thumbs up, and if you're new here as well, as I say, consider subscribing, because there's going to be plenty more projects to come in the future as they come along. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on one of the future videos coming up on the channel. Thanks for watching, and cheers.